The aspirations of Faze early. In Rio, they did it in the 0-2 match of the Legends stage. Here in Paris, a chance to do it the 1-2 match of the Legends stage. Deny Faze even a chance to play on the stage inside the arena. This all comes down to Mirage. Faze one final chance to continue fighting in this major, in this final major. And it looks like Bad News Eagles lining up for a hit towards the B-bomb site.
This has to be a good start for Faze. Their tournament lives are on the line, and it's a pistol round to begin with here on Mirage. Faze are going to be the CT side.
Individuals for Faze better be here. Rain better be here. Twist better be here.
Well, speaking of which, Carrigan is kind of on his own, right? He is just single-handedly holding the bomb site right now. Twist going to be able to turn around. Good Molotov to slow them down with the flash on top of the pistol round. They probably don't have the smokes to put out that Molotov, so they've been slowed. Rain is starting to get here. He's usually very good in these pistols, and they're going to need him already. Synopsy getting the opening kill to start off Mirage with the hunting down Carrigan, and they wipe out the defense on the B-bomb site, and already Rops and Brokey, they pulled out. They're not wanting to fight this any longer.
Yeah, Rain got there, but I mean, the two smokes Bad News Eagles has forces Rain to kind of force himself through them to get involved in the action. And the fact that Kerrigan survived, was still alive, that timing when Rain comes through the smoke is just perfect for Bad News Eagles to take him out. So that's a nice, easy pistol on exec, and let's just pick up right where we left off on Overpass.
Yeah, this is disastrous, right? Because we've already seen what happens. Faze really needed to stop B&E right off the bat. Now, they're still going to have some more chances at it, but they can't wait too long. They just are going to end up feeling so good. You want Flatcher with a double kill to begin with. And Rops and Brokey here just to hide, save the armor. Not obviously what you want to be doing in the pistol round of the second map, but better than nothing, I suppose. Yeah, Twist going down just left Carrigan very. Oh my God, he actually got the he got the goosh on Rain coming through the smoke first.
Yeah, but I mean, look at when Rain's exiting that. It's right when Juan Flatro is like swinging around. It's just the worst timing for Rain, who's just getting his vision back, and the first thing that happens is a bullet hits him in the side of the head. 1-0. Faye's gonna buy up into this. Famas on Rops, Scout on Brokey, MP9 on Rain.
Yeah, we need some magic. We need a rallying call from the Faze side, right? Someone get a deagle, someone get the scout headshots off. They need something that they can start to believe in.
It's a good start for Faze, though. The tag on a Synopsy, a couple of those tags, and obviously you lighten it, you make it easier work for the deagles, for the SMG, for the FAMAS. But Bad News Eagles again going to lean towards the B bomb site, giving up any presence in middle. So it's going at Kerrigan, who's got one smoke. The timing on that deployment is everything. Twist will be on catwalk, and can he get back in time?
Just going to put it down right in front. Doesn't want to stop them in the whole way. Probably wouldn't have stopped them anyway. They probably would have kept going through. He's got a little bit of space to work with, but the deep swing there comes in. Rigon's going to be able to pick up Twist and a good spray down Rops. You need a lot more than just the one kill, but he can't see anyone else. There's smokes everywhere, and eventually the MAC-10 is going to be able to find him. Rain just way too far away from the action at the moment. I mean, looked like there was a chance there for a couple of the players, but the smokes just making that fight very hard for Faze. It looked like they could never see more than the one player that they got.
Yeah, good. I mean, good utility usage, and also, I mean, the problem is like there's also no one stopping anyone from swinging around the bomb site. Kerrigan, I think, maybe gets caught at a little bit of a weird timing. You can't stop that MAC-10 wrapping around towards bench, which has you boxed in. That smoke provides him safety, but also prevents him from doing anything to hold onto the site. And Rain's the last one left.
Yeah, looking for an exit and an AK. Going to be able to pick that one up. Going to be careful that the bomb doesn't end up finding him, but yeah, I think he's going to be fine with it. Still, a second round for Bad News Eagles.
Back-to-back B execs, and we've already seen a number of times in this tournament on Mirage. If you struggle to hold on to that B bomb site, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And I would be surprised if Bad News Eagles doesn't come back to that site a number of times in the gun rounds. Because why not? I mean, no criticism, but go target one of the weaker individual players you have. Go target Kerrigan if you know he's going to be. You know, Twist just had a bad game. He's the supportive element at the B bomb site. So you have two players who had really rough games on Overpass. Test them early and test them frequently to see if they're going to be able to rise to the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to try and make it an unfair fight. You want to try and see if you can really stress out someone, especially someone who's anchoring a bomb site that has such a pivotal role. Boost us up, and Synopsy had kind of the right idea, but it's a little bit later than he was expecting, so I haven't really seen anything yet. He might just be straight dead here in the middle. Rain takes him out, trying to see if he can crouch on through, and they're going to go behind it. They say, all right, we lost the mid presence, so let's just try and execute onto the bomb site and see what we get here. 4 versus 5. It's a good start of the round for Faze. But the smoke here holding a lot of them back. In fact, deeper smokes coming through. Still, they're trying to push out on the other side. This is very risky for Faze. They got to be a little bit careful here. We're gone. He's got such a lineup, but a bullet comes through and they find him. That's a nice test. That's super important.
Oh, Rain gets another one. It's all on GXX inside the site. They're not looking. He almost doubles him up. Good kill onto Kerrigan. 2 more to find. Scenario set up perfectly for a 1v2 clutch. Bomb is planted at default position.
Oh, you're not wrong. There we go. A little bit of a spray. One of them very low already, and they don't have a kit. They need to be quick with this one. There's the swing. He gets the headshot. Ducks back down. Pistols out, and it's 1 versus 1. Brokey, he wins it, but he doesn't have the time. Has to run away from it. And in spite of a really, really good start here for Faze to the beginning of the round with, it still somehow is not enough.
Yeah, that's just really desperately held on to. What a battle at the end of the day for Synopsy to win that one out. Oh my word. 3-0. But remember, Faze bring a single AK-47 into that round, so not a bad one at all from the Faze defense. Keeping the money low, the rebuys that Bad News Eagles have to bring out into this round is going to deplete that economy that was building up. So 1 win for Faze, and it's a reset. Op in the hands of Brokey, Ops in the hands of GXX.
Yeah, 1 AK, you're right. That is the perspective you have to take. But that conversation is going to be cancelled out almost immediately if they lose this round, right? This is the one they're facing. They need to show us why they deserve to make it to the champion stage. It has to start right now, or they could get wiped out. Robs is good for the first one. Comes back in for a little bit of a swing, but Johan Flatcher will take him down. And Twist is feeling really uncomfortable here. They do have a strong lean towards the B bomb site. And actually, somehow Bad News Eagles have a little bit of a sense of it. 4 on 4, and they start to rotate back. They're going to leave Johan Flatcher here.
Classic Mirage, get a player in advanced position. You've also got Synopsy, who's lurked up connector as well towards window room. So you have 2 players in the middle of the map. The bomb is going to start shifting back towards T-spawn where GXX is. Bad News Eagles have a really strong pivot on this map at the moment, and they're looking for a mistake. They're looking for these lurks to have impact. Twist, he has to know one's likely in ladder room after Rops goes down.
Yeah, he's holding it. Very difficult angle for Flatcher to do much of anything about here. Going to be hard if you peek out against this one. He's thinking about it though. Sneaking in. He had the right crosshair placement, but Twist is lightning fast on that trigger. They still have a chance because this is sort of the secondary layer of the strategy. Synopsy deep in the window, and Twist, yeah, he's going the right way, but walks right into the shot. It's back into a 3-on-3, and now the pressure is on Rain. If he stays here, he's probably dead. It's going to be a double swing coming out of the palace here, and now he realizes, oh, Brokey's there to help out. GXX will get one in return, but it's not bad. 15 seconds left, and they're going to pick up the bomb down in shadow. Brokey playing close right at the edge. 10 seconds, Kerrigan, that's from miles away, and Brokey through the smoke will take down Synopsy. They solved the problem. That was really close, but well played for Faze.
That was good on Brokey as well, to just give up that mantle and over towards window room. He was looking for someone to lurk towards CT spawn through the murder hole, and he just says, you know what, screw it, I'm going over to the A stairs, and it was perfectly timed to help bail out Rain, because Rain's looking for players to walk up A ramp. It's a tough position if they swing out Palace the way they did, so good on Brokey to find that 1 kill. And just not enough manpower left to cover the plants. Good job from Brokey and Kerrigan in the 2-on-2.
Yeah, I mean, Kerrigan coming in at the perfect time to get that, super important.
And even though it's costly, I mean, Faze obviously going to take the win, but even though it's costly, it's back to pistols for Bad News Eagles due to the damage done in the previous 2 rounds.
Yeah, this could actually be the first time that Faze have a moment to breathe, where they feel like there's something here that actually could be working out for us. If they win this round and avoid any deal nonsense,
it's a full investment for Bad News Eagles, right? Pistol and armor, they've bought up due to the double save factor, but they've got no utility. And that's, the utility has been really helpful when they've made these B-hits work in the pistol round and in the second round as well. Smokes up everywhere, flashbangs to give them that extra second. Kerrigan and Twist are going to have clear lines of sight.
Yeah, and Kerrigan just needs to stay alive, right? He just has to not commit too much to the fight.
Oh, look at GXX again, though. Just able to lurk up. Now Kerrigan knows he's under pressure. Twist over on Catwalk's going to be able to respond and set up Kerrigan nicely for another kill. This time the B defense holds very strong. It's only Rain who falls towards A. And Faze have a second.
Yeah, well played.
That's the second time, though, Bad News Eagles has been able to walk up connector, though, without being spotted.
Right now, I'm just happy that Faze I'll take it, you know. Get the win, try and build anything right now. And they're going to get even more because B&E just cannot buy here. They're going to be real low on the economy.
Interesting timeout philosophy stuff too. I know we talked with Chad and I talked with Zeus on the podcast just a few days back, and he mentioned like one of the things that coaches can do with timeouts, like calling a timeout into a round like this where you're saving. It's not for this round. You wanna call it for the next gun round, but obviously if you call a timeout when they know you're going to buy, they might be a little bit more focused on what's going to change, on something different happening. You call it here, and play just a round out and just put a little bit of distance between what you've called during the timeout and the actual round you execute it.
Yeah, we'll see if they can come up with something. I mean, they've kind of tested that B bomb site quite a bit. They really, really want to keep that up. So maybe the conversation is about something a little bit different. Interesting, even a lot of this mid control that we're used to seeing out of T-side Mirage teams. Oh, good nade. Okay, trying to see if we can find them, slow them down. The bomb is on the ground, so not going to be a bomb hunt in this one. Question is if they can hold on to enough rifles, and they can. Just the one casualty. Carrigan also getting a triple. That's got to feel pretty good for him. And we're all tied up 3-3.
Yeah, the real test will come later when B&E attack that position with the AKs back in hand and all the utility. That's 2 rounds they've gone at him, but no smokes to really secure any kind of bomb site. Galil on Scenari. Galil on Synopsy, AKs otherwise, and plenty of nades.
I mean, the other thing that you mentioned briefly, right, is them getting up into connector. I'm sure that's something that you're also thinking about if you're IGLing for B&E here. You got to be thinking, well, if we can get one more player in there, that could be everything.
A-Exec coming in for Bad News Eagles. 4 players out of spawn, headed towards A-Ramp and Palace. Yeah. Rops and Rain on the initial defense. Brokey's peering through underpass at the moment, and I think Rops is going to start calling out what's coming.
Yeah, smoke for the connector as well. Rops feeling the flames at his back. Lord. He's almost burned it down, but Rain is good for at least a double, and Rops low on it. They don't know that he's there. They don't even check it. They assumed that he would have been burned out already. And now they should be able to find him and make it a quick 1 versus 2 before anyone else shows up. Yep, Synopsy very well handled, just forcing him into the corner. And Carrigan is in the middle. And this is kind of the life of a B anchor, though. You always end up trying to retake these bomb sites. And 1 versus 2, this is going to be very, very tricky. But is he going to go for it?
Oh, I think you have to at least test it. You have to at least test. Look into the bomb site, see if you can find a quick kill. Not looking super likely. He's got to pick up a kit on the way, running out of time. And if he gets into issues, he sees the op there, so you might even want to try and save that AWP. Now they know his position, and he's shut down before even getting a clean look. Is that GXX flying over the stairs to get a double kill? That's what secures the round. That's the big boy play.
That's what did it, yes. I mean, it's aggressive, but if it works, then yeah, why the hell not?
Yeah, and a great initial hold. Here, this is the one that turns it. Twist and Brokey not ready for that kind of a jump.
Yeah, one of them with a nade being drawn out at the same time. That's got to be so frustrating. Oh my god.
Those are some of the crazy plays you don't necessarily always expect.
No, definitely not. Even if you had the conversation before the game, you say, you know who you're playing, you know how they like to play, just be ready. But all of your career is telling you that's not going to happen, right? All of the rest of the time that you've been spent playing the game, you've been trained to not expect that kind of a play.
Just fearless. Bad News Eagles, everyone fearless. This round slows.
Look at the money for Faze. They had a little bit of breathing room, but it's gone.
Yeah, this is a bit of a swing round. Who's going to have the economic advantage for the next few? Pretty quiet on the map, window smoke.
Bomb is outside of the A bomb side, so working the middle part, it's fine. It's kind of a normal thing to do if you want to set up a crunch towards the bomb site. They're going to lose Ragon at the beginning. Rops with a good shot there. They need more, and Brokey will deliver. Good little flick to take down GXX.
Well, they know the op is top con, so they might want to challenge towards Rain. Nade's out to keep the op from peeking at Bay. That's Brokey who's held back. Rain's calling it out. He's smoked off. He's got Rops joined up with him. Still not yet aggressing. Oh, into the flames, into the fire. Juan Flatro goes for a play. It's not there. And this utility is going to start fading away. And Faze will have a two-man advantage. No more nades for Bad News Eagles to work with, and they've got a long way to go with only 18 seconds.
And Faze should do what they're doing right now. 5 versus 3.
I think they have to save.
Yeah, they probably will. But if Faze start fighting, that's exactly where they could allow B&E to get back into the game. So you got to appreciate it. You know, Flatro trying to find his way out of the fire as well. He's going to be found by Brokey. Okay. So, super important round. I mean, all the rounds right now are important for Faze. But they tie up the game 4-4. They don't lose a single player. They need to have such a great first half right now. They need to make this very one-sided. You just want to see Faze lock this down and get all the remaining rounds, basically.
Oh, nice shot from Brokey at the end. Unfortunately for Bad News Eagles, they get no kills. They get no damage done.
Yeah.
So Faze right back into a decent amount of cash behind him. Pistols upgraded around 2 saved rifles.
And Rob's playing down here. They don't have a great economy, so there are no Molotovs to burn him out of this position. It should make it easy for him to pick up at least a couple. Very clean on the first one. Yeah, and this is a little bit scattered all over the place right now. Synopsy's been waiting over in the B hallways for somebody to maybe take a jump here so he could get the shot with the AK, but Carrigan is playing it quite safe, jiggling in that corner. Very, very hard to find him, and you see just the spot. Smart play from Carrigan, I think. Why would you want to try and fight that too much?
Miss nade from Twist. Brokey's on for the hunt over in Con. He's overextended, though. Nobody nearby to help him out if he gets into trouble. This Tech-9 can do some work. Regon's going to come from the underpass as well. And Brokey sees nothing, so backs away. Ready for anything as Quiet has descended on the map.
They're in a position to try and pinch this bomb site, right? With 2 from middle and 2 coming in from the A ramp. The entry kill would be everything for them.
This is a smart play from Brokey, though. Just evacuate that mid portion entirely. You're going to watch window room from the B market. You're expecting a B exec, but he can make sure that nobody's getting wrapped upon, or at least can have the information, calls it out. That's going to give attention over to Rops, although not that it matters much. Good Deagle shot, good Tech-9. Oh, one more could be a disaster. All of a sudden, this round gets a little bit sketchy.
They should still be in control of it, but you're not wrong. That was close to being a headshot. You know, Flatro going to get the bomb plant, but will get immediately wallbanged down by Twist. I mean, there are a ton of ways that could have gone horribly wrong. He could have got the first kill there, but he also could have got the second headshot down in connector. Either way, looking on the bright side, Jason.
Yeah.
5-4 scoreline. Faze are in the lead.
Yeah, a little bit of damage done to the economy. But not too bad from Bad News Eagles. The plant's going to help out massively. They still got Synopsy and Scenari, who saved 2 weapons previously. The lack of that bonus money hurts a little bit. Not a bad run right now from Faze. 5-1 run once the gun rounds have truly begun.
I like this double orb setup from Faze, though. I don't necessarily like that they're both in the middle playing. I wanted one of them to be the B bomb side to take that deep angle, but not quite going to be possible. 4 versus 4, and Sneary, he got close, but still could not find the kill. And now they are getting picked apart here. GXX going to be going down next, and Johan Flatro on his own. Twist coming alive a little bit here. Good triple kill for him. They'll save both the AWPs, and they extend their lead now, 6-4.
That's a wonderful sequence from Twist, and that might help them play into this game a little bit more and wake up. They need him. And that was some round-saving kills, it felt like, from Twist as he shifts over. Good adjustment from Brokey onto a player coming up Con as well. Almost caught him with the timing. This one right here. Takes the dink, but able to flick down. Twist just hits headshots, as we know he does. 6-4, 2-round lead. Faze starting to roll. 6-1 run.
GXX on the boost. But nobody there to receive on the other side. Rob sliding in to check the underpass instead. With that second AWP, still kind of curious to see it in this position.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Oh, that's scary. He's coming back from middle. He's not afraid. They're boosting into the window behind him. Rain is going to be going down, but that window boost is horrifying. Rigon, look at him. He's all the way into CT spawn now. They have no idea.
Oh shit, they've exploited this mid so many times, and you're exactly right. Brokey has no clue what's coming.
No.
Bad News Eagles, everyone shift over to A and wait for this, because Rigon is probably going to have two. If he's got trigger discipline, there's no reason for Brokey to turn. There's one, that's Rain to go down, and now it's just a question of when Rigon decides to pull the trigger.
He's waiting for it. No one's behind him. He's still safe. Got to be a little bit scary because you're hearing the steps. He's going to knife him just to make things even worse. Oh my god, here's the opening. 4 versus 3. Rops good for the shot. Bomb on the ground. He comes back for more. And that is a tremendous kill to take down GXX. Rigon and Sceneri shook now. 2 versus 3. They got the bomb back in their hands. They got a little bit of time as well. There's Rigon. He's picked up an AWP. Everyone is hoping in this round. Kerrigan sneaking on through in the spray. It's just fine. Rigon now alone to try and clutch it. And the bomb is at his back. He's inside of the smoke, just waiting for them. Rops is right on top of him. They don't know. He's snuck on through. How did he get here? Oh, there's Rops coming back for the check. An absolutely sick round from Rops. And a triple to get another round for Faze.
Yeah, that was so necessary from Rops. What a beautiful performance with the AWP, saving the day. But you got to be worried if you're Faze. Again, another round where mid is able to be exploited. They get that boost up without anyone knowing due to Rops' position in con. Nobody having eyes on window. That could have been a disaster. If Rops doesn't get 3 great kills here, look at this on the cross. Just before the smoke plumes, a little bit more patience perhaps from Bad News Eagles, and that could have been a very solid round for them. But Faze responding after overpass. They've wiped it out of their memories. A 3-16 loss on the opening map of this elimination series, and Faze is rolling now in Mirage.
They really are. The fact that Rops came back for the check as well on against the last player, that is so hard to do, right? He probably feels like he just disappeared.
Rops feels like a player, though, who's just like eternally patient. Just waiting for that smoke before making his play, checking it. Hadn't known where Rigon had gone to.
Okay, here we go. There's a chance. There's still a chance for this series and a chance for Faze to stay alive in the tournament. They are down a whole map, on the verge, getting knocked out, and saying goodbye to the final CSGO major. I don't think many people were expecting it. Certainly not in the style that happened on Overpass. But you're right. It looks like they have put it out of their memory. They've said, just leave it behind, don't think about it. Go on and play Mirage, and so far so good.
7 of the last 8. Hasn't been always convincing. Hasn't been as dominant as Bad News Eagles were on Overpass. But they're going to be happy with just getting the job done for the moment. Mid-utility to get some presence for Bad News Eagles on the attack. And again, it looks like a split. They've really gone away from the B bomb site that they exploited in maybe the first 4 or 5 rounds of this map. And they might be setting themselves up to come back there later on in this half, but at the moment they're trying to break and crack this A defense.
Oh, smoke for Sceneri. He's gonna hide inside of it. Rob's, like you said, a player that's really hard to catch off guard. Always looking for something. Yeah, he's gonna be super ready. Taking down Sceneri, and now the rest of the push is coming in from the other side. GXX, he did actually get the wallbang shot off on Brokey, and he's going to get that one on Kerrigan too. Your Flatro sneaking through and talking about cracking the A defense from all sides. It's Synopsy on the last kill to take down Rain, and that's a very, very good look coming through. You and Flatro in the middle, absolutely opening it up.
Even though Sceneri goes down, kind of coming through that smoke and connector, he gets killed by Rops, and he took a shot at Rain. So he knows at this point there's 2 players playing con, which gives a little bit more confidence over to Bad News Eagles as they step forward up a ramp to realize where the fights are going to come from, where the danger is, the setup that the defense is actually enacting. So Bad News Eagles finally get it done. And Faze, they have another buy, but this expensive double op setup is chewing into their money. They've got nothing left after the fact.
Brokey just holding it. That's a good point. There's a lot of money being poured into it. Now, if they were going to come back to B and they do it against this, that's going to be horrifying. There's almost no grenades on Faze. There's got the MP9 on the B bomb side.
It feels like they're lined up right now towards that, but actually Rigon and Juan Flatro are throwing the mid utility from T-spawn and now shifting over towards A, so still spread up. Base of catwalk smoke and a window smoke in middle for Synopsy to establish some kind of presence, just making sure they know he's there.
Oh, are they going to wheel Brokey into the B hallway and then...
Yeah, but it's great because they're going to put the op there and Kerrigan will have the ability, it's either push, which it looks like he's going to do, or to fall back. And meanwhile, the second op on Rops is going to find another kill. He's been lights out with the AWP.
Yeah, that was a twist I wasn't really ready for. Just Robs starting his career as an AWPer in the middle of the tournament. 12-6 on him right now. Grenade thrown his way, but he's waiting for a jump up. Not going to get the flick Rick on. Instead takes him down, and now Rain, he's got Twist at his back, so he's got a little bit of backup in here, and he's going to be good for the first spray. Doesn't overstep the mark. It's very smart play from Rain. That is pure experience. If he swings wide on that, he could be dead instantly, but instead they work together, and it leaves Synopsy in a very uncomfortable position here. 1 versus 3 to try and see if he get the job done.
That's what we call professional baiting from Rain.
Yes.
Letting Twist take the bullet and getting a clean look. Brokey's holding the line, and he's going to nail that. 8-5. Faze don't let it slip out of control. Still maintaining a lead, still looking to get double digits. We're going to get a quick tech.
Yeah, a little crash.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not wrong. In the words of Yanko, it's a fine line between baiting and teamwork. That fell on the teamwork side of things.
Yeah, it did. We'll give him that. Or, I mean, we could just call it baiting for the purpose of teamwork.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's There we go. The ends justify the means. You know? Oh man, these have been really, really interesting rounds here. It's been much closer, much more interesting, but Faze obviously not at all out of the woods yet. 5 rounds is enough for Bad News Eagles in this first half to probably feel like, okay, we can still win the map. We've got a real shot at it.
That play from Rops actually kind of scared me, that he has the op and he kind of sits in the entrance and just takes that really tough headshot angle with the AWP. That made me a little bit nervous. Yeah, Devilwalk's not the most pleased after that round.
Yeah, I think the disconnect might have happened at an awkward time, but here we go. Round number 14. They have 1 AK and some Deagles and some Tech-9s. They're still not going back to the B-bomb site. It's really interesting. Well, how much could you get done with just 1 AK?
I think this is, I mean, obviously you'd love to win this round, and you're calling a tactic to win the round. But the AK, you know, can provide some damage to set themselves up nicely for round 15. They have to have some kind of a feeling that FaZe doesn't exactly have the greatest economy in the world. Yeah, they'd be right.
Yeah, they could put some pressure on him. I mean, imagine if they win this round and win the 15th.
Yeah, I mean, a few amount of kills here from Bad News Eagles could make the final round of the half very difficult for FaZe. Raiden is going to play around the smoke, dodging bullets somehow.
Yeah, they flew right over his head. They're all the way up, and they're actually going to be boosting up onto the stairs. They tag Rain through and getting a bit close now with the Deagle as well. Bjorn Flatro finally finding Rain. His luck ran out inside of the smoke, but Brokey and Robs are coming back into the round. Bomb is going to get planted right away. Molotov down to burn Synopsy a little bit, and the Deagle swing, not really getting the headshot that they need right now, and running out of bullets as well. Synopsy and GXX, I don't think they can win this round any longer, and they're going to get wiped out. Only casualty is Rain. It's a well-handled round for FaZe.
Yeah, and not the kills they would have liked either. To really put some pressure on the FaZe economy. And Bad News Eagles, the plant is great, but they also have a full losing bonus, so I think Fuhan Flatcher will be fine with a strong buy in the next round, so that AK investment doesn't do anything to hurt his chances here in round 15. It's 9-5. FaZe coming back after overpass to have a good first half here on Mirage.
They really needed to. They needed to prove to the world that they weren't just going to get completely rolled over by a B&E.
To prove to themselves, they.
Yeah.
You know.
I can't imagine saying goodbye to the Paris Major just like that. I mean, it would have been horrifying if the same trend would have continued. GXX, a good boost up, and he takes down Rain as a result. The only one who was defending the A-bomb side. In the middle, though, Twist has shown up. I like this. I want Twist to get a little bit unleashed at the moment, because mechanically he's an absolute god. Robs is getting shut down behind him, and Twist is well aware, but he's focused on this part, and he's actually going to get so much information. He's calling it in, saying, you know what, they've completely evacuated the side.
Yeah, I think FaZe is thinking along the lines of we do. Brokey's here with the op. Kerrigan's close up with the AK. Twist can have a fast flank, but they're thinking as well, be careful of the B bomb site. It's been ignored for quite some time. They're coming back once again. One player jumps out. Kerrigan's got the bomb on the ground.
Huge kill for Kerrigan. That slows it right down. Twist is still walking up behind him, but they'll find Kerrigan. And Brokey, he can't get the first one. You got to be really careful. GXX is holding the line. Twist is still a couple of seconds away from shooting him in the back. And now GXX is going to go and check as soon as the bomb is down. The timing, it couldn't have been better. Now it's all on Brokey to try and save this 15th round for his team. 1 versus 3 as he walks out. He's already got one of the kills. Shot in the legs and now isolated and shut down. Synopsy will get a 6th round for his team. It's a great amount of work put into the last one here. And a very open game going into the second half. It's coming up after the break. Welcome back, everyone. It's Bad News Eagles and Faze. Second map, and the second half is coming right up. And Faze, you know what? They're convincing me, Jason. It feels like this is the path to get onto that third map. Inferno to decide the whole series if Faze can just find another 7 rounds here.
Yeah, just that easy. Just find 7 rounds. Their T-side on Overpass, though, fell really flat. So let's see what it's going to be like here on Mirage. Thankfully, they got Twist playing well. 12 kills, 9 deaths. Rain is at 11. Brokey's at 14. They got the individuals who've provided some firepower on defense. And at least a little bit of momentum to come into this half with after a pretty good CT side. Yeah, it looks winnable, but P&E now, pistol round here could change everything. The USB's not quite finding the headshots yet, and it's getting dangerous, but there we go. Synopsy and Ragon get a couple in return, and he actually had a chance as well, but Rain with a wide swing instead to take him down. Not even focusing on the bomb plan yet. They're hunting for the kills, and in the middle, they're kind of locked down a little bit. This could be a 2-on-2, though, because they're hunting for Rops, and they will find him. So maybe a shot at it here. No kit currently picked up. It's going to be a very tough retake for sure. Yeah, it is. Rops is going to call out 2 in middle as well, so they're aware of the potential. Twist playing up in apartments, looking for a flank through underpass. He'll be able to provide some covering fire for Rain, who's tucked in behind bench.
And it shouldn't be doable at all. So much time already off that clock. I don't think they could ever really find this one. Nice shot from Rain. He's going to try and continue. We'll find his 4th kill at the end of it. Taking out GXX, Cincinnati, and Faze to win the second half pistol. That's got to be such a relief.
That looks sketchy as well. It always makes me nervous when those B hits on the pistol like are coming out, but like no one from Faze actually exits the hall on the initial contact. They remain bottled up, and a couple of kills goes against him. But good job from Rain. Thank God for Rain in this round if you're Faze.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, right? Because as long as the T players are in the hallway, they're very contained, right? The amount of angles you have to worry about are super minimal. But once even one person jumps down, you suddenly have to worry about a different level of elevation. The crosshair placement is different for the CTs. A lot to consider once even one of them escapes. But yeah, they did do the job anyway. I mean, Rain obviously single-handedly winning that round with 4 kills.
Providing the opening 2 and the closing 2.
Play and some deagles, and every round is still going to be a little bit scary, right? You don't want to be suddenly losing to some free deagle shots that might be coming out. Oh, Molotov, there we go.
Yeah, he had to have known he was dead as well. Trying to run the route as soon as the Molotov expires, but a second one comes in. And that's mission accomplished for FaZe. They're happy and content with that 1 kill. They back off mid entirely. They know they've pulled a lot of attention into this part of the map.
And you know what? This is also now just a different momentum or a different feeling for B&E, right? Because they were loving life on Overpass, but now they kind of have to prove that they can summon that same strength, even when they're starting to fall behind, even when FaZe are waking up and playing a little bit better.
They're making the right call. 4 players going to shift over towards A. Juan Flatro and Dark. Synopsy back at Ticket, Regon top con, Scenaries in CT spawn right now, so the entire forces that Bad News Eagles can bring to bear are all at this site.
Scout tag early, that'll slow them down just a little bit. There's the headshot, only 30 seconds left. They're committed to this, the bomb is on the ground now. Oh my god, the Deagles are come alive, and it's just Twist now. 1 versus 3, and there's no time. I don't think you can win this round. They know where you are. They've heard the footsteps already. It's done, Jason. It'll be a 7th round here for B&E. There's nothing that Twist could do about it, and he's realized as well.
What a read after that initial kill. Bad News Eagles gets all the information they need in middle. They don't even fully clear it. They just realize there's no pressure. No one's throwing utility, no footsteps, no gunfire. All that was here, and they make the right call. Stacking the A bomb site. The communication, Kerrigan goes down to the Dark player, but Rain had no idea he was there. That communication did not come across.
Yeah, and Spada getting the early kill practically for free, right? Don't lose anything on that one. But they steal the scout back, they get a tag, and then the Eagles do all the rest of the work. 7-10. Slow down at the start of the second half here of FaZe.
Well, you were joking in the halftime break how FaZe was going to find a way to screw things up. That's the first step.
Don't say that, Jim. But I did do that. I just didn't want to do it in public. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Deep nade. Oh, Scenarii trying to get a little bit more damage in. Oh, and he continues the spray, finds the head of Twist. That is such a ridiculous continuation of that fight. Robs is going to be going down as well, and this round looks like it is over already. How do you get that second kill?
I don't even know. For the Galil as well. Twist has had a couple fights like that go against him going back to the first map. It's not been his favorite day for Counter-Strike. Smoke clears, Kerrigan and Rain. They hear one running inside the bomb site, but that might just be a distraction. Scenarii can peek whenever. That's a team nade that makes things a little difficult. Good transfer, but no HP on Rain. He's got a deagle though. One more, and you make it possible. He's got 3 HP in a 1v2. There's time for him to fall back, but he's gonna force the issue forward.
Still hasn't reloaded yet. He got a couple of bullets here. Yeah, he probably needed to get that first one to make it an instant 1 versus 2. I can understand why Ray wanted to go for it, though. I mean, yeah, he's been playing very well. It probably is going to be partly on him if FaZe want a chance at a 3rd map. That's a hard spray to continue.
Yeah, what a great control. And the Twist even had head armor. You saw the dinks come out in that final kill as well. Fair play.
No money. FaZe, they can't buy.
No money, no bomb plant. Just Glocks.
Just the Glocks. And on a map where running onto a site and getting the bomb plant down. I mean, you could do it with 5 people in the A Palace if you're feeling really lucky, but there's no guarantees.
This is setting things up pretty nicely. Yeah, this stack is never going to come into fruition. This is setting things up pretty nicely. We mentioned it on Overpass towards the end of it when it was clear the map 2 was going to be coming in. Back at the RMR for the Paris Major, it was a 16-14 victory for Bad News Eagles on Mirage. Back at the Rio Major, it was a 22-20 victory for Bad News Eagles. So this map between these two teams has never gone any less than 30 rounds.
We're well on track to continue the tradition. And as you pointed out, the stack is going to work out. Still pretty cool. One more time. Got some fun out of it. Wow, that's so accurate. Rigon, he looks fired up once again. Rops, no kills with the Glocks. Not too surprising. I'm not really worried about that. But yeah, it's good to see Rigon coming up with that crisp aim of his. And
5 people alive for Bad News Eagles is great for them. Money's flowing, money's in a happy place. Rigon has $8,000 after the buy is done. Synopsy 4,500, so they've got some breathing room in terms of money. Only back by 1 round. However, in the first half, I mean, Bad News Eagles put an admirable number of rounds on the board, 6 of them. Only 3 were won in gun rounds. Everything else was off the pistol.
Yeah. The second half could be different, right? Their CT side on Overpass was madness. See if they could put it together again here. Rigon, that seems like a dangerous position. They've already snuck past. I don't think he realizes.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes that Rops has already passed the angle. Oh, that's so dangerous. Rigon could just go down for free. When does Rops choose to actually swing left?
He should be dead, right? Oh, didn't see anything. If Rops jiggles it instead, it could change the calculation just a bit. There we go. Oh, it's lightning fast. Rops, that's what you want to see.
Rigon thought he had him. He had the angle. He thought Palace was completely clear that whole time. Kerrigan going to lead the way up ramp. Utility being spent. Molotov at bench to prevent the swing through. That isolates Synopsy, who's got to put the Molotov out. Oh, he's blinded as well. Kerrigan not realizing. Important trade. Rain gets it, but he's brought very low. And look at the flank from Twist.
Yeah. They can wait for it. They got 50 seconds. They can still wait. Unflatcher are not going to be waiting for anyone. Goes for the kill and finds Rain. And Twist is a couple of seconds away. There's a smoke still up, and that's the only reason why Unflatcher is alive. Otherwise, he would have been dead as well. Scenario is going to be a little bit too curious almost. And he goes down 40 seconds and a 2 versus 3.
They thought they were going to get the jump going back to the B bomb site. Twist wasn't spotted. Wow, rips his head off and out in the open. Juan Flatro goes down. Faze have another gun round on the board.
Yeah, that is huge. Good amount of patience there on Faze, and also kind of the nature of Bad News Eagles, right? To be a little bit aggressive, to kind of try and go and look for you. Right, they probably did think that they were going to run back to B, but yeah, losing a little bit of patience there potentially could have lost them the round.
And it's perhaps a little bit hard to fault them for it. I mean, this kind of a play on the second round is what allowed them to stack over towards the A bomb site and get the read. So they're really trying to keep track of where Faze is moving around the map. But with so much time on the clock, the pause from Faze just ruins them. Faze, perhaps one of the few chances they've had in this series so far to get a little hyped, to get a little excited.
Yeah, we haven't really heard any shouting going on in that camp. Not yet, anyway. There was a crash, so we'll get GXX, I believe, back in the server and continue the game in a minute. But yeah, there's a real opportunity right now. Rain 18. Brokey at 16, 15 for both Twist and Rops, and you know, even Kerrigan, he's got 9 kills, but that's also partly because they only went B in the first couple of rounds, and then he's been kind of bored for the rest of it. So second half maybe a chance for him to do a little bit more, but yeah, he wasn't doing much at the start of it.
And you could see in that previous round, like stylistically, how Kerrigan likes to play. If you're new to watching, he's going to be the one leading the way up the ramp. He's going to be the one leading the way on his executes and his calls for the team. He's the one creating space, so sometimes hard to find kills, and obviously you're there to set your teammates up that are coming in after you.
Yeah, very zen feeling. I mean, the gravity of this game it's palpable. You can feel it.
And no speaking to your teammates during these tech pauses. So everyone doing something a little bit different. Someone like to shake the hand warmer.
Don't break them, though.
Don't break them.
We've had timeout to do that in the past, where somebody's keyboard is just wrapped up in hand warmer dust.
Goo, yeah. Whatever it is that they...
Whatever is in there. Yeah. A little bit of a break here. there is another stream happening where Hugo and Harry on the A stream are covering ENT and NIP, and so I believe NIP are in the process of just dismantling ENTs.
Yes, which is surprising to me. Ents looked good in the challenger stage. I thought they'd be able to make it through, but this is also an elimination game, and they're down 3-12, and actually make that 3-13.
Yeah, I'm actually just so impressed by NIP. They really, to me, looked like a team that I forgot how to play Counter-Strike like 2 or 3 months ago.
Well, they've had some really, obviously, over the past year, even after, you know, the whole device saga, some devastation in terms of lineup.
Losing Hampus.
Hampus was a big one to lose. I wasn't sure if they'd be able to recover that one, but, through all of the various roster changes they've had over the past 2 years, they've somehow been able to find ways to just keep their head barely above water.
Yeah, but for me personally, I had really lost patience with all of the, because I agree they had all the excuses, right, with device and with Hampus and you know, S-Tag being, the Broline coming in and really working. Like, there were a ton of things that you could point to, but I just personally was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I don't want to see NIP play bad Counter-Strike. And I was not at all expecting them to pick it up for the major. It wasn't something that I had in my cards, but I'm really impressed. I mean, this is sick. There
is something poetic, though, about the organization that had the initial era of all the Swedish legends, Forrest and Get Right, Freiburg and Fifi and Exist, who's now coaching Heroic. But it's cool to see NIP, one of the favorites of the first major that they lost in a shocking fashion, being competitive here in the final major, to Devil Walk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's ancient history now, but I mean, the fact that the NIP lineup didn't win the first major it's really hard to explain how shocking that was. Nobody thought that was happening.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even watch that final. Like, I watched that whole tournament, and I was like, Nip's winning this.
Yeah, obviously.
There's no way.
That was the atmosphere, right? There's nobody thought it could have gone any other way.
It's not even going to be fun.
Yeah, it'll be over. And in truth, right, every final that every game that NIP showed up to was like that. You were like, well, we know who's winning anyway. So, like, sometimes very games would be there, and they would try and make it a little bit of a battle, and it was cool and interesting. But that first major, back in 2013. A long time ago now, but
Jönköping.
Yes, indeed. Devil Walk taking off his pants in celebration. Classic.
I was wondering if you were going to go there.
Of course, I'm going to go there.
Yeah, things have gotten a little bit too professional for that these days.
I guarantee you.
I bet if they, like, I mean, look, there's like what, maybe like a.
I'll take off my pants, Jason, if BNE win this one.
0.5% chance that BNE is going to win this major, but surely Devil Walk takes his pants off again if they do it.
100%. I can guarantee it. I've not talked to him about it, but that is happening. Wow, they are really getting beat up here, aren't they? Yeah, this NIP lineup is someone else. All right, phone back. I'm assuming to log back into Steam, so probably switched out the whole PC. That happens every once in a while.
Yeah, and it just, I mean, just gives you, obviously, we mentioned the experience of Faze, and obviously now too the experience of Bad News Eagles at these events. Like, managing these tech pauses in such a high pressure situation is its own little struggle and battle.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, it really is. Just a 2-round gap here between the two teams. 11-9. And you said it's been 30 rounds when they played this map in the past, almost every single time. So why not have it happen again? Why not go the full distance? If FaZe find a way to complete this one and actually win Mirage, then we've got Inferno as the deciding map.
Yeah, which is, I mean, obviously I love Inferno as a deciding map.
It's a classic.
It's a map that FaZe has enjoyed picking in this major so far. So I think they're going to be happy and comfortable with that one as well.
Yeah, I would assume so, right? And also, I feel like if you lose the first map and win the second, the momentum probably will be on your side, right? You feel pretty good about that. You're like, all right, we still have a chance here.
I don't know. I don't think it would shift that heavily considering how close it... I mean, let's see what the rest of this half plays out, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if FaZe go on a bit of a rung, but I mean, if you're just like, yeah, it'd be great. It'd be a huge boon and lift of your energy for the team, but I don't think it would be any kind of momentum. Here's the schedule for the rest of the day. We're waiting for him to log back in towards Counter-Strike. If you're just joining us, we got a full packed day of Counter-Strike Navi and Monty. Obviously...
More specifically, Waro versus Simple.
Yep, there is that whole thing. SDY facing off against his former team that let him go after an admirable stint. Fnatic in G2, that one's interesting. You've got Hooksy against his former teammates of Roy and Nikodas. They're going to have to eliminate each other, which is never fun. Liquid versus Into the Breach. America versus, the UK. And that last one as well. Apex against... I didn't catch it.
Who did you pick for the Into the Breach game?
Who the hell do you think I picked for that one?
I don't know. I've tried to explain to you the British Counter-Strike is now better than the NA Counter-Strike. So I was hoping that I got through to you, Jason.
You've lost your mind.
Hoping that I could kind of like...
That's Liquid all day. I'm going to go back to the hotel. I'm going to dump all my tea into the bathtub.
Reenact the harbor. I like it. Here we go. We're back into the swing of things. Thank you for your patience, and thanks to the admins for figuring out. Not an easy job, I am sure. 2-round gap, GXX to begin, and he takes down Rain. Just an aggressive push to the top of mid, and he was backed up by Rigon in the middle. So 4-on-5 to begin with after the timeout.
Bit of a nasty trick out of the tech pause as well, because they haven't really been aggressive towards top mid for this entire game. So after extended delay, just saying, screw it, I'm going for it. Find an opening kill. 5-on-4 for Bad News Eagles.
And it's not uncommon that we see that really on both CT and T side, right? When you have some of those pauses, sometimes you will try and say, okay, if we were going to have a free hit round, let's do it now.
Yeah, the rhythm of the game has been kind of disjointed, so let's throw something into the mix.
4 versus 5 here, and they are all grouping up in the hallway. I'm really nervous for this one. GXX in position. One has already slipped past, and Brokey, what a shot, Carrigan. That's the round. I don't think they should go for this. They don't have the money here on the B&E side yet. They're already pulling out. So 2 kills just like that, and Faze are back into it.
That's a pretty critical round for Faze as well. Look at their money if they were to lose this one.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit better, but nothing too crazy. So huge for Faze to sustain that. Carrigan can upgrade his Galil as well. And for Bad News Eagles, it's not only a round loss. Great, you get to keep these 3 rifles, but the off is taken away. 12-9.
Yeah, and they're hiding real far away, so should be fine.
Just to get a little recap out of that pause as well, if maybe you hopped in during the pause or maybe you just straight up forgot. First round, pistol round was won by Faze. Second round was won by Bad News Eagles with a nice little stack. They went on to win the ensuing 2 before Faze got back into a victory in round 20, and then we had that tech delayed to just now. So 12-9 as Faze marching towards Inferno.
Yeah, they're taking huge steps in the right direction at the moment. Captained a lot of it by Rain.
Yeah, he's had a good map. Very good map. 18 kills on Rain, 17 on Brokey, who's done some good work with the AWP, especially in that first half. Actually, the double op setup between Brokey and Rops in the first half was great for Faze. Did a ton of work for them. Timeout taken from Bad News Eagles. Devil Walk hyping the boys up. They had to have a conversation about money and how they wanted to buy, because they have these 3 saved rifles, but nothing pretty after that. Not even really enough money to drop FAMAS over to their teammates, as they only had a 1-round losing bonus. So got to kind of sit this round out. You have the 3 saved rifles, so you can't kind of take it easy if you're Faze. They can't take anything easy, really.
No. You could see Devil Walk really trying to get them hyped up. He's saying, you know what, we're within striking distance. Let's find that overpass energy and find a way to shut them down. And the money a little bit better now on the Faze side of things. That's something to look forward to. Jump on over. You and Flash are good movement. GXX right there with him. They both made the jump. And they're heavily leaning towards the B side of the map at the moment.
As shaky, as unconvincing as Faze have looked at times in this event, and even in this series on the opening map, a comeback here on Mirage, which shows some of that championship pedigree. Down by 2 players here in round 22, finding a little bit back as Synopsy slides in towards Khan.
Yeah, he wanted to double down. They don't have all the weapons, right? They've dropped a couple of AKs on the ground somewhere, but they can't really be picked up yet.
If Faze actually find a way, if they pull the trigger on moving up Catwalk, it's Rops to kind of challenge in towards ladder room to clear out GXX. He's going to do it. He's not going to miss. Oh.
That makes you real nervous. He still has a really good shot. Oh, with his back turn, though. There we go. And that's going to be the fight 1. The USP just can't do it. But there was a moment in time where that could have ended the round in favor of B&E. 3 versus 3 now, and they're not at all out of the woods yet. Down and below. Oh, Rob's gonna hunt it. Scenery, he just wanted to take a peek, but he couldn't really escape. And now it's really awkward. 2 rifles left. You and Flatro How good is he going to be this time? A good headshot to begin with. Puts up a smoke to buy a little bit of time. He wants his teammate to try and get there to help him out. And actually, they're going to take the bomb into the window. They could go anywhere right now. 25 seconds. Putting a couple of shots on through. They're not going to go to the B-bomb side. They don't feel like it. And they're gone. He's a couple of steps away. Could maybe go to the middle. There's Juan Fletcher with a shot. 15 seconds left now.
Oh, bomb's dropped against the wall as well.
Oh, it is out in the open. Robs. That is such a sick shot. 4 kills on him. And he saves Faze once again.
That's huge. That is a big boy performance from Robs. Bad News Eagles almost convert that round with just 3 rifles. What a heroic effort. And yeah, a little bit of frustration now as nothing's working.
Robs, this, I mean, he...
I was about to say, too, I was like, Robs isn't the kind of player who doesn't clear every little detail in ladder room. What a good conversion. A really nice job from Juan Fletcher. That smoke keeping things intimidated. And now Faze have some energy going their way. 4th and final timeout taken from Bad News Eagles.
But they should have some energy going their way. What a... That's like 1 bullet click from Robs. He just deleted him in that 1 versus 1 at the end. My God, that looks sick on the replay. 13-9. And B&E, they can buy, they can force into this round. And they're not going to be perfect, but it'll be pretty good. They have the smokes, they don't have the defuse kit or anything, but they're not in a bad position here. No AWP in play, though, on GXX.
Yeah, that was taken out out of their hands a couple of rounds ago. They haven't had the money to get back to it. Losing bonus still building up, not currently at its full value. 3 rounds straight for Faze. Money's still low, though. Bad News Eagles, this isn't as far back as you might expect.
Ooh. That boost is normally done all the way back at underpass. So this is a very, very different lineup. I'm assuming if you're on the T side, you haven't seen this too often. No one's coming, but that, I would imagine, works. Because if that boost, normally, as I say, almost 99% of the time, it's going to be at the back of that underpass instead.
Okay, Faze showing an A execute, showing a smoke wall at stairs and towards top con. Window room as well. So after that stack delayed, Faze take mid control a little bit into the round. Brokey's trying to clear out Palace with the help of Rops. Brokey's got the bomb, so this is looking like an A split, but Faze can give this a couple different looks. They have the utility set up to allow Rain to activate and challenge towards the B bomb site with Kerrigan. This can turn into a fake real quickly. And this is so many different looks. I don't know if Bad News Eagles really understands what's happening.
Yeah, I doubt it as well. And now, this GXX scenario, they're the only ones that can stop this. They need a monstrous hold right now. A boost up on top. This is the kind of trick that's good probably for 1 kill, but you need a lot more than that right here. Oh, and they've already spotted out. Now it's being held. Brokey absolutely aware. And I think they need to save these rifles.
I do now.
Well,
they just get picked apart. This is such a well-constructed round from Faze. So many different looks, so many different pieces of utility showing different attacks, and I think Bad News Eagles just get confused on the map. Rain just gets an opening kill to someone not even looking in his direction. That's so well played for Faze out of the timeout. That's a really cool round to dissect.
Yeah, we need to clone Mahone. Get the double Mahone zone going.
Clone Mahone into a double Mahone zone.
There we go. That's what we need. Yeah, Rain, he was feeling confident in that fight. He knew he had him.
That boost up in CT spawn as well, as you mentioned, probably only good for 1 kill, but the downside of it is if you don't get that kill, then you also pass over information that 2 players are in CT spawn. So Faze are loving it when they swing out and they spot that boost. Even more so when they get the kill. Just pistols. Bad News Eagles is going to have to fight from behind. Rain's already crossed towards Catwalk. Juan Fletcher calling that out. 3 defenders here at the B-bomb site.
I mean, they won a round earlier with a scout and some deagles. If they could do it again, that would be bordering on criminal, you've got to say. From Faze's point of view, they feel like they have this map in the bag.
Yeah, but again, this map, they've just been getting destroyed once the guns have come out for Faze. Faze has really worked them when they have rifles. 3 gun rounds in the first half for Bad News Eagles. This one started out, I mean, what, maybe 1 gun round that they've gotten on their CT side?
Look at Kerrigan. He's checked everything. He's all the way deep on ramp. Now, he didn't check all the way towards T spawn, where Synopsy was
Roki's going to go down.
Oh, the bomb? It's not going to get planted. That's very awkward.
And Faze only have 2 players in this bomb site. Kerrigan, this is a really difficult recovery mission for him. Oh, this is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare.
Not like this Faze. Oh, Twist is trying to get back into it. They're fighting it a little bit too aggressively right now, B&E, because the bomb isn't even planted yet. There's the shot. Juan Fletcher will take down Twist, and Rops 25 seconds for a 1 versus 3. This seems like an impossible round, but he's going to start to walk a bit closer. They do have money in the bank, but still, only 20 seconds here. He's trying to see if he can get out into the open and maybe find a shot on someone, but that dream's already gone. Only 14 seconds. They don't have to fight him any longer. They can just wait it out, and there won't be a shot at Robs for winning this one. Just 2 people in the bomb site. They find the bomb right before it gets planted, and B&E, they've stolen the round.
I think that's a little bit misplayed from Brokey and Kerrigan in that bomb site, or maybe just Brokey planting at basically one spot where Kerrigan can't really cover him. If you plant, you can plant default with Kerrigan up on the balcony. He can cover you towards CT spawn, but that out in the open with a player over, I think in like Rain was in like B halls, Twist was in middle, Rops was kind of coming back through T spawn. Well, that's a gift given over to Bad News Eagles because now they can still play for the map.
Yeah, they can. And presumably Kerrigan, he might have even called it out and said there's nobody at the air ramp because he actually
it might have
check, been right. He might have felt like that's it. Like I'm really sure. First time I've been called for Faze, and I think now's a good time to do it. Like get everyone calmed down again because that's probably a hard loss right there.
They're going to start running out of money as well. If Bad News Eagles can just catch fire on their gun rounds, the op is back in GXX's hands. They have cash as well behind them due to the nature of winning a round with Deagles and 5-7s. What a turn! What a turn in the favor of BNE.
And you know what? If they at least had punched in the digits and got the bomb planted, it would have been a very different round. They probably just win it outright because then they can just hold it for a long, long time. There's no diffuse kits in play or anything, but that didn't happen. That could be a round that goes down in history as the point in time that FaZe end up losing and getting knocked out of the tournament because, like you said, BNE can fight for this right here. Now, they haven't done so well in the rifle round, so there's still a long road back for BNE, but, man, you never know. Looking back, that could be the one round that we're all going to be talking about. 14-10, 25th round. 3 at the A bomb site and 2 over at B, and no real mid control for BNE.
No, well, no real mid presence from FaZe either. At the moment, they're going to come into it again late. The window smoke just pops at 1:14. Rain and Twist to take control from top mid. Kerrigan and underpass. Regon wants to challenge off Catwalk, is going to see nobody's home. This is a lot of utility being spent from Bad News Eagles. They really wanted to set up a trap to catch FaZe in transition of taking mid control, but it's not there. And Kerrigan pulls everyone back to the B-bomb site. But GXX is switching into that position as well in market. And no one's going to be Catwalked.
They should smoke him off though, right? The timing is critical here. That you can throw smoke from out here that's going to land right in that market window. So as long as they don't push before it blooms, they are going to be working through. Right we go. No smokes needed. Scenario good on the early defense, and he nearly gets the headshot on the follow-up spray. Regon showed up as well. It's a lot of defense now, and only 25 seconds FaZe. They need to end this map right now. They need to shut this down before BNE get fired up again.
That's it.
And they just might be able to do it. The shot onto Johan Flatro, that might be the end of it. Synopsy wide, swing out, and he does get the kill, but not before the bomb went down. Brokey's on his own to try and save this. Not going to be possible. GXX, he gets the perfect lineup for it, and it will be another round for BNE. 11-14. That is a fiery retake.
Fortune favors the bold, and Synopsy is the one sliding out. Smoke prevents Rain from spotting it. Twist goes down after the plant. Low HP on this execute, and what a cleanup. Oh, I thought FaZe had just turned this. Good shot from Twist. Even GXX coming off Catwalk after the initial shot from Market repositions, but this is the saving grace. The follow-up fight onto Rops is perfect. Excuse me, it wasn't Rain. It was Rops.
Oh my God.
And
You're a FaZe fan, your heart's going to be sinking right now.
I don't think they did anything terribly wrong in that round, but you probably feel like you did if you're FaZe in that position. You probably feel like you have the advantage, and now you feel like there's been 2 miscues in a row.
Yeah, and again, the fact that, I mean, at least they got the bomb plant this time, but nobody dared to cover the bomb planter, right? And because that smoke was there, Synopsy was able to swing so wide against it. Horrifying news. 11-14, 26th round is coming up.
And FaZe has been knocking on the door of money and financial issues in this game for a while in this half, and Bad News Eagles have finally broken them. They're going to have to descend down to a half-pie. They could have forced up here, but with a 3-round lead, Kerrigan's making some smart economic decisions just to make sure they can shore things up moving forward for the future. He's probably got that disaster, that economic disaster from Boston stuck in his mind. He's talked about that a number of times, having maybe one round he'd change. down the stretch and a B execute.
They could do this. If they get the kill on Scenery right away, they can actually run down the bomb site. GXX is good for the first one. Oh my god!
Oh, no way!
A Flicky takes down Twist. He continues. Call him GXXX because he's broken him down. Oh my god! It's an ace with an AWP. He is about to send Faze packing.
That's unreal. That's a momentum swing. That'll get the boys hyped up. What a sequence. I want to see them all in slow motion.
Absolute filth coming out. I can't believe that this is how it comes down to.
That's so dirty. What a sequence.
I'm actually just so shocked. I can't believe it.
This is the danger. Now you remember that round. Brokey and Kerrigan trying to plant in the A bomb site a little bit early. Bad News Eagles have won 2 eco rounds in this half, and it set themselves up to try and close this gap. It's given them a little glimmer of hope. Down 14-9, now just 2.
Yeah, I mean, we know how they feed on those kind of rounds. They surely have got to be fired up at this point in time, but 4 versus 5 here.
Yeah, and that push from Synopsy puts so much pressure on them. Regon's been spotted pushing towards top mid. Rain got punished by that out of the tech pause earlier. Not going to happen again.
FaZe are just worried about the last 2 rounds. They just need 2 more, and they've already set themselves up pretty nicely here. GXX, that could have been a kill on Kerrigan, but going to be down to 13 health instead.
Look at Regon and Twist, though. Oh, this is a big one. Twist, oh, not sure where the next fight's going to come from. Over and balance, though. Brokey might be able to have a box in. It's no off. They need these fights. Brokey gets the headshot. Oh, Scenery's doing everything, but he runs out of bullets. Faze is starting to swarm in. Reinforcements have arrived, and Regon is somehow alive.
He ducked down. How does he stay alive through that? Molotov in the corner. He's not going to burn anyone out just yet. But there is a shot here. They know that someone's back there. The smoke reveals it. And GXX, he's hoping for a jump. He wants somebody to get a little bit too curious. There's Regon with a kill. Kerrigan was low from earlier. 20 seconds, and he won't miss a single shot here. GXX to try and see if he can save his team again. 1 versus 1. And only 12 seconds here. Rain, do you go for the bomb plant or do you go for the kill? It looks like he's already made up his mind. 8-7 seconds now. He's trying to move forward. Rain, he just needs to hit the spray. Oh, it was there, but no! GXX, he has done it again!
Rain doesn't commit to that. He doesn't commit to the swing. A little bit scared right at the end. As you said, he made the decision to go for the kill, and he wants to spam instead. Oh, it's all come crashing down for FaZe.
Oh, wow. You can feel the energy through your monitor, I'm sure, at home. Bravo indeed. 13-14, 28th round.
Devilwalk doing some baseball calls here. Twirling the mustaches.
I just can't even believe what we're seeing here.
No, this is where FaZe really need to show what they've got.
It's been 4 in a row.
4 in a row for Bad News Eagles, and everything has stopped working for FaZe. That's a 5-on-4 they let slip away, not leaving themselves any room to work with. 14-9 with Bad News Eagles on pistols to this.
All right, setting up. They were fast on the B-bomb side last time they had this kind of buy. They're going to try and switch it up a little bit, but the problem is they're really far away, the CT defender, so they can't run anyone down. There's no one close to the A ramp that you can just run over. Some deep in HEs doing a little bit of damage. They're trying to get close to it here. It might be possible. You certainly close enough.
Look at the nades right in. Twist is going to go for the plant. They're trying to attack through the smoke. Oh, all the kills go the way of Bad News Eagles. It's negated. It's stopped, and FaZe get nothing. Nobody falls, and we're all tied up.
The game was right there for the taking. FaZe, they had played brilliantly on Mirage. And now everything is thrown up into the air once again. Tied scoreline. We are going to go all 30 rounds once again. But now the question is, will it be FaZe to try and find a way, or will it be B&E to somehow kill the dreams of FaZe right at the end? This is for elimination. This is getting knocked out of the tournament for FaZe. It would be a disastrous end to it.
Anything but the trophy, it feels like, for FaZe is a disaster, but they're obviously not a championship level yet. This is a team that emphasizes building in and peaking at the perfect moment, and they might not even get the chance. They've not been able to overcome Bad News Eagles in a series play ever.
No, this really is the ultimate test for Faze. It was what it feels like. A style that they don't feel comfortable against. That is a pretty decent grenade. Twist and Rain already softened up a little bit here. Still a 5-on-5. But they are trying to get the boost in, and Yuan Flatro, he's at least going to be able to cover this position pretty well. Rain's going to be careful. The gun barrel's not going to be showing there. There we go. Easy pick off. And this is a big problem.
Yeah, and they're going to try and pinch this A bomb site. Look at Scenario, though. He's pushed all the way up. Oh, this is dangerous. A little bit of information. He's found Twist. Oh, they are being the aggressors, and it's Bad News Eagles to dictate how this map is playing out down the stretch. FaZe Clan backs against the wall. 3 versus 5. It's about to be a 5-on-2 because Scenario's position has gone unnoticed, and Brokey, there's no way he can know. GXX has stepped up massively, and FaZe is shut down again.
All of the oxygen has gone out of the room for FaZe. I don't think they can even take a deep breath right now. 30th round is coming up, and it is series point for Bad News Eagles. 15-14. FaZe, 1 round from getting knocked out of the Paris Major.
And they've just burned all 4 of their timeouts in the last 5 rounds. Devowalk telling his boys to stay focused. Tell them to stay level for this final round. 1 more chance. 14-9, 6 round straights for Bad News Eagle. They have completely reversed the pressure. They have completely flipped it on its head.
And they really have. That little bit of aggression, I mean, it's the kind of thing that could come back to haunt you, right? That's the way that we would normally think about it. You know, you peek the window late in the round like that, you could go down, but instead they find everything that they wanted.
And where's the success from FaZe? They were finding kills earlier in this half. They were finding openings. They were working the map. The executes were good. It's all fallen flat. 2 rounds straight, Bad News Eagles haven't even been in trouble. Haven't lost a single player in them.
Oh my god, the wall bang through. Rops nearly getting himself killed in that kitchen.
A horrifying feeling.
Especially Rops, who's mechanically been so on point for this game, right? He's the kind of player that they need to step it up. Might not be him now, because he's down to 25. Rain and Brokey, the other 2 likely candidates. Maybe Twist as well. They certainly have the firepower in the lineup, but where's the focus?
It's the earlier eco round that gave them the window of opportunity, and it's GXX that has powered them through that window.
That one fateful round, Jason, the bomb plant out in the open, interrupted by the push from the A ramp. That round will be one that FaZe will remember forever if they end up losing this game.
I can't tell if FaZe is setting up a flank or a fake right now. Kerrigan and Brokey at A ramp. If they could apply a little bit of pressure, it might alleviate some things, but
well, this is what it comes down to.
The whole major down to a fake.
Yeah. They're trying to send it over on the other side. Scenario, though, not really buying anything. He's still going to be going down. Rops, low on health, but he gets the opening. This might be what they need. 3 versus 3. The bomb is on Twist. It's going to get picked up. They're not really quick to plant it here. And B&E, they're not going to slow anything down. They've proven it time and again. They are aggressive. Twist tries to look for it. It's on Rops here. Low from the earlier spam. He needs another good headshot. His teammate's too far away here. And he's got to be careful there. There is a flank coming in. And Synopsy, he's stuck under the bomb side. 15 seconds. They're almost out of time here. Nice shot from Rops. He's back into it. He's got the triple. He wants to keep the dream alive for his team. And GXX, the only one that can stop it. It's Brokey to get them into overtime. But Rops, when they needed him the most, he stepped up.
It spammed on a 25 HP at the start of that round, and what a trio of headshots he delivers.
That is unbelievable. That should have probably, again, the time was running out. They were getting flanked, and the sneak in there from Synopsy, I mean, everything was looking good for B&E.
Even Brokey's flank felt like it was just taking way too long.
Yes.
That was the longest flank I've ever had to watch on a minimap. He was so far from getting involved in the action. Arrived just at the perfect moment. Overtime. FaZe fighting for their life in this major.
Again, if anything was going to get them fired up, surely this is it right there. For a minute there, they were just trying to stay alive. But now they are back in a position where they must be saying, okay, we've got the money. We can win this. Get to that 3rd map. Try and see if you can find Inferno. Don't let this be the last chapter for FaZe in CSGO.
Oh, Rain.
Going to be pushing up. Rain, he is way too smart. Takes him down. Twist with a shot. Oh, and oh my god, they're just killing them everywhere. This is it. Scenario 1 versus 5. And he's going to get the first one, but it shouldn't make any difference whatsoever. I mean, in overtime, you might try and go for it anyway, but it should be a lockdown.
And a wonderful tactical change up from Kerrigan and Faze going into overtime, just saying we've kind of ended this half being a little bit more slow and tactical. Let's let the leashes, let's take them off. Let's let the boys make their own decisions. A loose structure, and everyone exploits different gaps in the defense. Scenario, you don't necessarily need to save, but he's going to back away. Actually, excuse me, you do. 10K start money at the majors in overtime.
Yeah, true.
A little bit different from the rest of the circuit.
Man, what an experience for B&E to kind of probably settling into the thought that, okay, maybe we actually might lose Mirage, because it was a really big lead for FaZe, to then coming back and then almost doing it, but now into overtime. I mean, this is where players are really made. Like, you have to prove something completely different. You're going to have very few chances in your career to have the experience that B&E are having right now of double, tripling down on the focus and proving that you can do this even when the pressure is this high. Not many players will ever be in this position. 16-15.
Great awareness from Rain. He might have heard some footsteps, but certainly the flashbang, I think, gave up the game. And remember, he's encountered that same push from Regon from like maybe twice in regulation, once from GXX as well. So hyper aware of a potential for that play. 16-15. 19 is the winning number in this first round of overtime.
Yeah. And look at the money on B&E, right? Because of the start money, definitely got to be really worried about this double AWP.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the real kicker. Switching it to 2 ops. Could have implications for that third round if B&E can't win it. Faze slowly encroaching towards mid control. Brokey at top mid with an op of his own. Rain and Twist coming from the underpass. 2 defenders at top con, though, could be staunch defense. Juan Flatro's already been spotted, has to back away behind the smoke, hope for some spam. No chance for him to get involved, though it's working. Good damage. Synopsy finds one before being traded off, and Faze is all of a sudden inside the site.
So much damage for the smoke, but they're somehow able to find a way through anyway.
You might have to think about saving, though, with this double up. If you don't get a kill going your direction, that might be the one they needed.
Yeah. Saving is not what B&E really like to do, is it? They want the fight every single time. 45 seconds.
But again, Brokey's on this long flank. He's opening up the B bomb site. Is there safety for Faze to fall back?
I don't know. They're getting at the plant, though. No one's really there to stop it. That's a huge one. That's going to buy so much time for the flank now. Brokey might have found the key to unlock this one. GXX is going to get one shot there. And still a 2-1-3. Brokey, he has the health here. Rain might be dead if anyone just looks his way. Trapped in the corner. Oh, and the timing's not with him. There's the shot, and now Brokey's revealed himself. They should be on it. They have a kit on Scenery. Rigon goes down anyway. Brokey's fighting for it. He saved them in regulation, and now he's trying to save them again. One more second. He tries to get the jump and the defuse right in front. He was hoping to get them off, but they never came off that defuse. GXX with the double, and B&E is a hard round to win.
Yeah, I don't think there was really the safety. That's a long time for Brokey to kind of bail out and go for that flank. That's a long time. That's a long space for Ropstaff to fall back after the bomb plant. And Rion gives them the kill they absolutely need. 3-on-4 to find Twist in that situation. I think part of it, too, is the fact that the retake begins earlier than FaZe probably expect. They get into that pretty quick. They're not waiting patiently to see if anyone's going to make a mistake. They go force the issue. And we're at 16, tied up.
And by the way, enforcing that issue, like you pointed out, they risk the double AWP. They risk having no economy going into the last round of the first half of overtime. So there's a lot on the line to try and get that job done. And here we are, 16-16, tied up once again. And that double AWP stays alive. Still curious, normally when you see double AWPs on this map, you put one of them in the B hallway to have this the presence in middle instead. You can put that catwalk defender a little bit closer to middle. Rigon.
Have we seen this angle yet from Bad News Eagles?
Nope, not yet.
We've seen the top mid pushes.
Yeah, GXX is holding the other line, so the orbs just covering each other right now. But they're going to fall off it. Nice shot from Rigon, not normally with the AWP, but he's going to get straight traded by Brokey.
Yeah, not needed to go back for that trade. Brokey shuts him down. They'll be happy to have the 1-for-1, the equalizing kill. And now FaZe can work the map. Kerrigan's going to pull his team immediately over towards the B bomb site. Scenari sinks closer onto Catwalk, which pulls GXX into position. It was his ace at this B bomb site that powered this comeback.
Look at Synopsy pushing into the Palace on the A side. Is that enough information to start to rotate towards B? They could still be at the A ramp. They could still be middle for all B and E know. They don't have the full picture. Now they are going to have to look how far away they are on the A rotation. This has to be the straight B defense working. And Scenari, he's already done plenty. GXX, he's hitting those flicks all day, baby. It's just Brokey or Rob's left here. 1 versus 3. And we're down to 18 seconds. He has to just run in there and hit nothing but headshots like that. We start off with the good one. 12 seconds left. The bomb, he could get a bit down. Rob's, I mean, he's had a couple of rounds already. It's doable here. He goes straight for it, ice cold in the face of the Molotov. Swings out for it, gets you on flat throw, and oh, the flank is good! Synopsy's gonna be there, and Rob's had no time to adjust. That's a 17-16 lead.
Yeah, well, the way Rob's is shooting right now, if he had time to adjust, I think he might have been able to hit that headshot. He's been so on point for FaZe. Bad News Eagles now 2 rounds away from knocking FaZe out of Paris.
The pressure is right back on. They got themselves here. They got themselves into overtime. And this round looked really, really winnable.
Time for one final deep breath before the plunge. Team switch sides. FaZe now defending in overtime. And their defense was rock solid in regulation, but this is a brand new game from the first 15 rounds that we saw.
The war between these two teams is unending right now. Just B&E have got the better of FaZe in every series so far, except for the best of 1. But best of 3s, it's been B&E coming out on top. Something that's hard to explain on its own, but FaZe just can't find a way to defeat them. They're going to need to win all of the rounds here, the second half of overtime. And Synopsy through the smoke into the window, taking down Rops. The bomb is back in T-spawn, so Rain and Twist, they might be putting a little bit of pressure, but the bomb is still quite far away.
Here's that challenge. Bad News Eagles had space here plenty of times in the first half. Getting up connector without a whole lot of resistance. Now challenging again. Twist gets a little bit of damage done to him. This A hit is going to come in eventually, but Rigon's the only one making the initial play. Do Bad News Eagles want to press the issue now? Do they want to push forward?
Yeah, they do, and Twist will as well. He's out swinging with the F4, taking down Sirius and up to next. I've got to be honest though, Rigon got so much information, right? Even if he dies, he knows there's one towards CT spawn, one towards Shadow, but because his teammates are so far away, they can't even use that information for anything.
Yeah, and they're coming through smokes as well. There was still smoke up at the top of the ramp. This is how the round began. Brokey with the pick in towards Palace. Synopsy does what he can to exploit middle, and off that kill, Rigon got positioned to challenge in towards the A bomb site, but Twist arrives at the perfect moment. Long-time anchor for Team Liquid, exceptional in the position, able to switch over and have a little bit of nostalgia for a pair of kills.
3-man setup in the middle for the FaZe side. Even the flashbang will not stop Rigon. He just held down Mouse One and deleted Romps. That is a ridiculous beginning. Should have been a perfect flashbang to set it up here. Brokey revealing his position. That scope, they hear it on the other side. Twist jumping down. Rigon's got the grenade in hand, but he just gets the rifle out. And it's not far off getting the kill either. That could have been working out. Synopsy wants to use that aggression in the middle to push his advantage over here, but he's very exposed. He could be going down. He's about a step away from getting shot in the side of the head, and now he's definitely dead. Kerrigan able to pick it up, and the bomb is making its way to the A-bomb side.
Yeah, but that pulled Rain back. That presence, Kerrigan was calling it out, and Rain actually shifted over, so there's a little bit of space to work with at the A-bomb site. Defensive utility put out by Rain. He wants to get involved in the action, wants to help try and put a stop to this. Oh, eats a ton of damage from the nade, but it's all about his timing. When does he swing around the smoke? He's being hit by Scenari.
Yeah, oh, there we go. Rain going to be found. GXX, he's back on that scope. 2 versus 3 now as Twist. Oh, what a transfer. GXX, he's a bullet away from death, and surely they're going to be able to find him here. 35 seconds. They're just going to run him down, give him no space to work with. Just pure manpower. Brokey will take him down, but Twist, the real hero of the round. 3 kills on him, 18 on Faze. They're 1 round away from Inferno.
Yeah, that gives 6 kills over to Twist in the first 2 rounds of the CT side in overtime for Faze. He's been a god for them. A wonderfully constructed round from the Magician. Bad News Eagles had 1 chance to close out the map in regulation. Fair play that Faze get a crack at it here in overtime, 18-17. And Bad News Eagles have to fight with 2 Tech-9s. A grueling comeback from 9-14 in regulation for Bad News Eagles. And it might go to waste.
It might. They're going to try and get the job done right here. Rain good for the early stop. Synopsy out of it, and they can't follow it up. The Molotov slowed them down. They weren't even going to be able to try. You know, Flatro taking a fair bit of damage himself. This seems like it's already been slowed down to the point where it would take a miracle for B&E to actually pick up this round. We might be seeing Inferno. Rain gets 1 more. We finally dispatched off. Rops will pick up another kill. And he's in the corner. They don't even realize it's all on you. And Flatro, he's down in Faze. They survive. They get to fight another day. Inferno to decide this crazy series.
And look at Rops, man. He didn't even look happy. He just looked relieved to be done with Mirage, to make it to a 3rd map. Faze live on to fight another day, and we get an Inferno decider as both these teams are going to have to calm themselves and reset for what is going to be a clash for survival. We're off to a break. We'll be right back with it.
Counter-terrorists win.